Lotshani ngingamukela ku-Live Bush Camps Chat with Khaya Tlou. Hello everyone, good evening, good afternoon, good day, and good morning everyone. My name is Khaya, my name is Tlou, and welcome to Live Bush Camps Chat with me. And this is such a special show that is happening every Wednesday, or you said Thursday. It changed from Thursday to Wednesday, 7 to 8 p.m. South African Standard Time. And this is episode 19. Just imagine this, beautiful. And I just want to see who's with us this afternoon. We have Sue Key, that's mom's Matthew Key's mom. Matthew is on FC, and on camera with us here it was VM, but he vanished. I'm alone here. We only have Wheeler, and we have this one. It's Japanese or Chinese writing here. I can't read that. And then we have Weedy in Washington, Barbara, Mary, Forward, Stephanie, Rosalind, Jenny, Carol, Judith, Prena, Eligel, Irana. You see, you have Judith and Carol. Okay, welcome you all. There's 16 people watching. Thank you for taking your time to watch Live Bush Camp Chat with Khaya. And you can see my place here. It's a little bit messy because I was busy helping VMP with some installation here. I was passing some cables and getting all the orders from VMP nearly passed by, it's right by the screen. Yeah, he's here. He's busy fixing some things or two. And then we can see we have multiple screens over here. I'm having my small laptop here. We have a screen there. And we have something very interesting. We have our microscope. And we'll be seeing things deeper now. So things are changing, things are transforming, and this show is getting better and better every day. Thank you, VM, for such an initiative, brother. And yeah, welcome to Painted Talk Pack. So if you're new on the show, it's all about Live Bush Camps Chat. You can see it, my bigger screen here. We have all these live cameras installed here in Pridelands, in Balule Balule Nature Reserve in Pridelands Conservancy in the Greater Kruger National Park. And then we have our neighboring reserve in the eastern part, which is called Boston or Kwenga. Then we have other ones in Boskamp, just southeast of here, Leadwood. And then we have the ones in Cape Town, Western Cape in Sutherland. We have the other ones in Siviti. Yes, Siviti. You forgot Siviti. And then yes, so what here in Pridelands, it's about nearly 2,000 hectares of land or private game reserve. And then we have the Hyena Cam. We also have Elephant Cam 1, 2, and 3. That's HQ Waterhole just right next to us. And then we also have Kwenga there, but we don't know what's happening yet. So what we're going to do with the help of Matthew Key, we're going to play each of these live cameras and see what's happening there. We might see something coming to drink or walking by, which is happening live, and we are so lucky to see these or to see what's happening in these or on these cameras while we're away from the bush, because it reveals all the things that we don't really see when we are here in HQ or camp, especially this beautiful nocturnal activity. You can see Brian, a trapper. You can see you all. Hello. And what we're going to do is we're going to check upon this VMP. Can I call this a gadget or a toy? Microscope. Yeah, it's a microscope. I just want to give it a name, like a toy or a gadget, because it's such a nice thing to to have, because it reveals all the small little details of a particular species. So we have something very interesting in our still plate here. We have our still plate. We have two different things there. We have something that goes with a tortoise and something that goes with a something that looks like a spider and a scorpion, but we'll talk about that during the course of the show. So what we'll do, we'll go to multi-view, and then Mary will go and search and check whether we have something live on our cameras. Mary, what do we have, brother? Which one are we starting with? Elephant Cam 2. Thank you so much, Mary. Let's see that. And I have my black juice here. Elephant Cam 2. That's just right next to us where I'm sitting. Very dark. You might see some hyenas passing by, elephants, buffaloes, or maybe special cats, lions. Oh, Mary, I think I saw something there on hyena cam. There was a hyena walking by there. I don't know whether it's only one. Yeah, let's quickly go there. We'll come back from to this elephant cam 1. Let's quickly jump to hyena cam. And this, oh, we have 2 sets of eyes there. You can see just a little bit top left of your screen. You can see looks like there's 2 hyenas. You can see those eyes reflecting from the darkness. And what's so nice about this camera, we don't have any artificial light there. There's no torch, there's no any lighting happening there. That camera is showing all this behavior without interfering with these animals, and that's so interesting. Oh, Juliet, it's World Hyena Day. Beautiful. And it's also Freedom Day today in South Africa. It's a holiday. People are taking it easy today, but in the bush we don't have time to take it easy, because we have to see this beauty all the time. We don't really care whether it's a holiday or not. Mary got to catch it. Yes. So this is a Pride Lands hyena clan, and this is a Pride Lands hyena den. So we have such a great activity happening here, especially in the darkness at night when we are away from this bush. And a few days ago, I think they saw a small little cub, hyena cub. Oh, look at that! There's a hyena just at the bottom right of your screen, just past there. So it's such a very big clan of hyenas, but we don't really see them these days because they don't really utilize these den sites, because these cubs are getting bigger and bigger and bigger every day, and they don't really need that safety of the den. But if something compromises safety, they will quickly run into the den site. But now you can see these hyenas, these cubs, they are tending to be more bulky and bold sub-adults, and they can follow their mothers now and other clan members when they roam their territory. And I think they moved away, and so there's another den site just north of that. So this den site is just right southwest of where I am right now, and the other newer den site, it doesn't have a live camera. So in future we will be having all the cameras in all these possible areas where all these animals can be spotted. So it will be awesome to be having all these cameras around the area and making sure that they don't really interfere with the animals' behavior. Mehdi, let's go to Elephant Cam, brother. Elephant Cam 1 and see what's happening. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for that. Oh, and I didn't get time to check up on that on Hyena Day. Oh, Elephant Cam 1 is down, and we went to Elephant Cam 2. Actually, these cameras are 3. There's 3 cameras. Same location, just facing different angles. So I can see animals in different angles and in different shots from this HQ Waterhole. Beautiful, because this Waterhole is very busy, especially during the day, and at night we do see leopards coming, drinking, lions. So during the day, the impalas, they do come. the elephants come, and we also saw in this one of these cameras, we also saw a very rare animal to see here in Brightlands called a marsh mongoose, or some people they call it water mongoose. A tropa of King's Day. So, Mary, let's go to another camp, brother, and see what's happening. And we go just right next to us here. Oh, I left in camp 3. I was rushing to to see Krita Camp because that's one of our busiest cameras. So this is Elephant Camp 3. You can see that's the north of where we're at right now. Elephant Camp 3. You can see the small little water hole there where elephants they like to drink and swim. And it's facing right straight in Jejani. That's our neighboring reserve in the north. So these Hyena clan, they utilize or they roam or they protect this whole area of Brightlands, Kwanga, Boston, then up north in Jejani. There's a few hyenas were seen right far from Brightlands. So it means they utilize almost the whole part of Jejani. Mary, let's see what's happening, brother. The next live camera. See the next live camera and see what's happening. Oh, Krita Care, my favorite. So there's nothing really going on here. Not even an insect flying. Sometimes you see snakes, we see jabbals, we see civets, and during the day you will see squirrels, baboons, monkeys, and slender mongoose. And the dwarf they like coming here. And a few weeks ago we saw, for a few times we saw a leopard cub. That was so interesting, scary at the same time. But we know that leopards don't really like conflict, so a bit safe. So leopards, what they do is they don't really like people. What they do is they will hide away or just run away from you. So what they do, they'll give you a push if they feel like they are cornered. But in most cases, they just move away from humans, especially on a bushwalk, or when you just give them a fright or spook them, they will just move away from you. Let's go to the camera, Mehdi. Proper needs a clean, really bad. Yes, for sure. We'll clean up these cameras, and some they're not as great, especially Elephant Cam 1 and 2 and 3 at night because that's it's IR. We're trying our best. That's why we don't really see all the details of these animals and details of the bush around it. Yeah, yeah. So Rochert the Sutherland. You can see there's a house there. A little bit far. I can see the lights there. You can see, we sometimes see all this beauty here. The springboks. We also see the ducks, the shell ducks. We also see the Egyptian geese. We see the Cape Hay. Nice activity, nice rain, nice sunrise, nice sunset, and see nice rainfall. It's not really happening. We're hoping to see all these snow cheetahs in this area, but you can see the season is changing. We're going into deeper winter, and we'll be seeing the place getting whiter and whiter as winter goes. Suki, just a one question. How many different insects are in your bush? Whoa, a lot. Plenty of them. There's plenty of them. There's lots of insects, different characters, different colors, different behavior, different habitat. Some we find them in trees, some we find them in grasses, some they prefer to be in the soil. They're just flying about. Yeah, but there's lots and lots and lots of insects. But I don't really know the exact number of insects that we find in Pridelands or in the Lowveld or in the whole Kruger. Mary, let's see what we have, brother. Oh, Boscam. We're going for Boscam. We're going for Boscam. Let's see what Boscam has for us. It's 17 minutes after 7, the 27th of April. And there's nothing really happening in Boscam. You sometimes see all this beauty here, the lines and all sorts of beautiful things, the kudus, and I've seen a lot of kudus here coming for a drink in this waterhole. You sometimes see all sorts of beauty, and there's something very interesting that we're going to see, but that's pre-recorded that I will be playing for you during the course of the show that was seen in this camera. So it's something worth saying. But I'll show that to you during the course of the show. Mary, do you still have live cams working, brother? Because you can see there's a few that's having some technical difficulties. But yeah, you see there's a penguin cam there. Oh, okay. So I think okay. So do you have? You can see it's not really active. The penguin cam. There's nothing really there. But you see sometimes the penguins just passing by there, coming and going. Mary, it's time for. Should I start with the microscope thing, or should I start with our pre-recorded clips, Mary? Because I can't. Let's start with the microscope, brother. Then we'll discuss further with these pre-recorded clips. Let's start with something new on the show. Yeah, you can wait. I can wait. It's a bit chilly outside, but I'm drinking something cold. So Mary will be taking me away from the screen and give you the Microscope screen. So here we found this, myself and VMP. We found this creature here, a creepy crawly dead. Actually, so that's why we managed to use it, because we don't walk around and kill things around here. So if I'll be talking about an insect or maybe a flower of some sort, then I will be looking for a dead insect, and then I'll be looking for all the things that I find here that I don't kill them. So we don't kill things around here. We just wait for things to die, and then we naturally and then we use them, just like this piece of a tortoise called a carapace. Then we're going to have a closer look, and then I also have this creature here, which is called a tailless scorpion. Some people they call it a wheat spider, but it's not related to any of the two. So it's called a tailless scorpion because it looks like a scorpion with its pincers or pedipalps, but it doesn't have a tail. So Mary, let me see whether I can use this gadget, brother, this microscope, and let's see whether it's working or not. So this creature is called a tailless scorpion. It has 8 legs, but you'll be confused because you will see also the pincers, and some people they think it has 10 legs because of those pincers. Just 8 legs and 2 pincers. And yes, and you can see it's only using 6 legs to walk, and then there's the last pair of legs, which you can see here, the tiny or the slender ones, the one that is here that I'm pointing at right now. I don't know whether, oh maybe I have to grab this properly because I'm shaking a little bit. Oh, Mary, okay. Yes, for sure. I really need this to focus. Yeah, it's focusing, Mary. It's focusing, Mary. Yes, it's focusing, Mary. It's focusing. So you can see there's these thicker legs, which are six and light and dark brownish in color pattern, and then there's this one that's right on top of them, which is the last set of legs, but it doesn't really use those two to walk. It only uses these thicker ones, and these ones that are slender, they're called feelers. So what they do is they use them when hunting. So they have a little bit of bristles, and then they scrape around while they walk. So what they do is they use touch more than their sight when hunting, especially at night. And then because the darkness is not a problem for them, because they don't really use their sight, and then they only use these pedipalps or pincers to grab their prey. And you can see there's some claws there, a little bit of hair. And what's so interesting, going that side, okay, maybe I think I'm getting this right, eh? Yes, that's the head. So the head on top there, and on the side it has about eight eyes, and it has the mandible there. And so what they do is they will grab their prey, because they don't really have a choice in terms of their prey. Just if they can get a prey that they can overpower, they will grab it with their pincers, and then they break it, because they can't chew. What they do is they liquefy that prey as they are feeding. So I can see those claws making sure that the prey doesn't really escape there. So this is the upper part, and then this is the bottom part. Let's go there. So this is the bottom part. You can see where those legs are joining. Mary, I need some. I was practicing this, but yeah, I'm getting there. Look at that. Just focus, Khaya. Just focus. Yes. So you can see the mouth part, and you can see the legs where they join. So they have this head and thorax that is attached to an abdomen. So that only two parts called the cephalothorax and abdomen. And what's so interesting, you can see this lower part here, just right between the abdomen and the back legs where are jointed. That's where they carry their eggs outside. So what they do is they'll carry their eggs, if it's female, carry their eggs in the body for about a month, and then they will take it out, and then they will keep them just right there on the underside of the abdomen while they are safe and sound. So very interesting. And what happens is this creature here, it's not like other arachnids. What it does is, some arachnids, what they do is they molt until they become adults, and then they stop molting. But this one, it molts throughout its life. Very interesting. And their lifespan is about 5 to 10 years. It's between there. You can see that's the part where they don't really use this for walking, only for hunting. And do not be confused that they have 10 legs. And guess what? They are so friendly and not harmful. And they are also called the semi-spiders, or not true spiders, because they're not related to the two. They don't produce any silk or venom. So these are harmless. So what they do, they just move away from people. Ready? I think we have to go back a bit. Oh, so when I show this the whole part of this creepy crawly here. Yes, I just need to do this and go up. Yes, go up, go up. Khaya, you're doing fine, brother. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. Just, just focus now. Yes, I'm focusing. So you can see those legs are not really complete there because maybe something was chewing on it while it was killing it. Beautiful. Whoa, look at that. So you can see it looks like a scorpion from a distance and it looks very scary. That's why most people are so scared of this creature, because it looks like it will bite or sting, but it doesn't have a tail like a scorpion. And it, when you remove those pincers, it really looks like a spider. Whoa. Ready? That was interesting. Mary, this phone is giving me a problem, this tablet. So what I'll do, I'll change from a tablet to my phone, because Yuka took it for a drive and then the battery wasn't so good. So I have to take my TeamSpeak, switch on my TeamSpeak on my phone. So like I can hear Mary. Yes, doing good. It's connected. Thank you so much. Yes, now I can hear you, Mary. Let me just go to YouTube. Yeah, I'm going to YouTube so I can see your comments, because the tablet is completely off, but it's charging at least. Now I can see you. Go through your comments. Creepy bark, yes. A tropper, cookie. Just your luck, yes. And then we have yes, a tropper. Thank you so much. It often walk sideways. You're right. Yes, it is fascinating, Mary. I really love what I'm doing here. Prerna, you remember the days of your microbiological practical. Beautiful. So, Mary, I think we have to continue with this because there's this piece over here of that belongs to this dead leopard tortoise. So I want to see all the details and the riches of this thing over here. So let's go down a bit. So it's so interesting to see these in such a closer look. Look at this. Look at this. So this is a piece that belongs to a shell of a tortoise. So you can see all the ridges and the coloration. It's beautiful. So I just need to focus there. Go a little bit closer. So some people, they said they can be able to tell just by counting these lines here on how old this tortoise is. But I'm not sure how they really count, because there are like squarish lines here or blocks that I think they use to count. Look at that. They can see there are these lines here that I think the people use to identify or identify the age of a particular tortoise. Focus, just there. Yeah, I strongly believe that I'm not making you all dizzy, because I'm not really stable here, because I'm also getting. Oh, Mary, look at that. Mary, look at that, brother. This is beautiful. So this is just one part of this shell of a tortoise. And I think during the course of the show, I'll be playing around because I have some bones here and get to see what's in these bones. Maybe you might be seeing some things that would look interesting. And on the under part of this piece that I'm having right here, there's some things that are creating some white lines here and looks so fascinating. I don't know whether there's something feeding on the shell, but it looks like something was or still living with this on this thing. You can see those white lines there, those white stains. Maybe there's I believe there's a particular creature, a very small creature that makes these lines or that creates these lines. Maybe or the movements or the tunnels, because you can't really see this thing happening unless you take this piece out. So there's life living here, but I believe that it lives only in dead shells or dead tortoises, because you can see there's some movements going on here. Let's go a little bit down and see what's happening. So this is the carapace, part of the carapace of a tortoise. Oh, beautiful. And look at the artwork there. It's really, really beautiful. I like it. Wow, Mary. That's very, very, very interesting, brother. Love it. Mary, is that safe? Because Mary is saying to me that I must put my this microscope straight right next to my eye. Is the light coming from that microscope not gonna give me some problems, Mary? Yeah, Suki, they are part of the small five, the leopard tortoise, just because of the name and the coloration. Ah, thank you so much, Carol. So, Mary, what time do we have? We still have like about 25 minutes, brother. Let's go through these skulls, these teeth, these bones, brother, and see what's happening. But I just we will chat about the pre-recorded clips, but I just wanna play around with this microscope. What do you think, brother? Or viewers, what do you think? Yeah, for sure. Let's do this. Let's do this because it's really, really fascinating. And see what stains these lion teeth. So we have a lion skull. So we want to check on what stains these these skulls or teeth, and what lives inside these dead skulls. Look at that, Mary. I'm getting there. Whoa! So this one is part of the carnassial teeth, the one they use to slice. You see them eating on their sides of their mouth lines. They don't feed with their front teeth. So these are the ones that they use to slice, especially when they deal with the skin. Wants to cut off the skin of their prey. And I just want to go closer, maybe, and see what stays in these teeth. Look at that. So that's a crack. I'm sure it's created by all the stains coming from their food. And you know they don't really brush their teeth, so that's why they have these complicated teeth. And sometimes you'll find that some animals or predators, they suffer from toothache because of all what these teeth they go through. But because they're wild animals, they can easily deal with that. But they're making sure that it doesn't break. That's why they are so careful when they start chewing. Then let's go to a canine. So this is a canine teeth, but it's a very old one. So that's why it looks like this. That's why it looks like this. Just wanna, oh, look at that animal there. Looks very beautiful. There's nothing really happening here. I thought maybe we will be able to see all these creepy crawlies living in these skulls, but nothing. But this is fascinating. Ready? It's beautiful, brother. Love it. I love it. So, Mary, I really enjoyed that, brother. I really enjoyed that. And let's just go straight to our pre-recorded clips, brother. Hey, Mark, I'm here. I believe you did catch some fascinating microscope uh, pictures. Michaela, you're looking at some teeth here from this lion's skull. So, which one are we starting with, Mary? Which one? Or I'm supposed to. Eish, things are getting better and better. Just imagine, Mary is not the one who's supposed to be playing all these pre-recorded clips. I have this small little device here, which is like a keyboard, but a modified keyboard. So VMP gave me some lessons before I show. Yeah, let's see whether I'm good, brother. So I will start with this clip that happened in CVT. Beautiful clip that has a very big animal that we hardly see around here. We do see them sometimes, but they do come and go, which is called a hippo. So let me go to that, Medi. Let's play. Woo-hoo! Look at this. Yes, beautiful. Look at this. And look at the time. It's 17:41. Just about 41 minutes after 5 p.m. on the 17th of April. And most of the time, the sun goes down around this time. And you can see the sky is a little bit cloudy. And it's not really warm. So that's why they're out and about at this time. Because usually when it's sunny outside, what they do is they will wait for the darkness, and then they will start to emerge from the dams or water source, and they go feeding. And we see quite a lot of hippos in CVT, and it's so interesting to see them. Such huge animals. So if you are lucky, when you go to CVT, you will see all these beautiful animals just sitting around the deck there, the veranda, and seeing this beauty happening. So you can see how its body it is designed. So just pause there. Mary, I'm doing this, brother. I'm doing this. I just paused. So you can see its body. It's very round, so it helps them when floating, and helps them to survive in water. Because what they do is they have to stay afloat because they only walk in water. They can't swim. And you can see they have shorter legs, so they're not really fast runners, but they're really fast. They can run up to 30 kilometers per hour. That's quite faster compared to me. And these are animals that they kill lots and lots of people, and they are spotted. They are sometimes spotted eating carrion. So what they do is they will be feeding on small little piece of meat. And what they do when they kill human beings, they don't eat them. Let me just continue and see where this animal is going. So you see there are special pathways or paths that they like to, especially when they maneuver around the bush. And you can see their tails. The males will not only be territorial in the water, they also get to be territorial outside, because you will see on their pathways, you'll see, they will spray. Supposed to pause here. Yes, they will Come back to me. I was supposed to pause, Mary. I pressed next there. Supposed to pause. Sorry about that. So this is new to me. I strongly believe that you will be you be patience with me. Will be patient with me. And yes, what they do is you will see them urine spraying, like defecating, and when they defecate, they will just tilt their tail, and you'll see a whole bush covered in dung. So males they do that, and the females what they do, they only defecate, or the young hippos, they only defecate and they just leave, just like the the territorial bulls. What they do is they urine spray, and then they will defecate, and they will just break their dung with their hind legs. And then the bulls are not territorial in a territorial in another man's territory. What they do, they don't mark any territory. If they want to defecate, they defecate, and then they just leave. And then the youngsters also, they do that. They don't break their droppings, but they do use the medians of the rhinos. And these ones, they don't really have medians, the hippos, but they have. Sometimes you will see them defecating in those particular trees, but they don't really use. But they use that particular path to leave their droppings there. But they don't really use a specific one place like medians to mark their territory outside. And then yes, let's go to another video. Ready? Am I doing good, brother? Okay, I'm doing good. I think I'm doing good. I'm doing very good. Mary. Okay, I'm doing very good. Let me do this. Uh, okay. Okay, I have to do this. I didn't break it, man. Yes, I'm on another video, Mary. Even if it's not the video that I wanted to go to, but I'm on another video, and this is Penguin Camp. So this is happening in the Western Cape, in Cape Town, and so we have these African penguins, and they lost their two chicks a few months ago. So hopefully they'll be thinking twice on when to lay eggs again, because it stresses them. They know that the predator or the culprit will be coming for their eggs or for their chicks, which is a genet. Mary, yes, I think I'm winning here. So I am gonna win, Mary. Okay, let's go to another video, Mary, but not this one. Why this one keeps on coming? I don't want this video. But do you think I broke it? No, I didn't break it, Mary. I didn't think I break it. VM taught me this one. I can do this. Khaya, you are in control. Khaya, you are in control. You are in control. You are in control. Yeah, but I'm there. But yeah, I'm here, Mary. I'm here, but my screen doesn't. It's not. You know what? My screen is not. It's not responding, but the bigger screen it is responding, and we have this beautiful flock of guinea fowls. It's a very great time for them, because you can see there's different age group there. We have these ones with blue and whitish heads, and the ones that still have darker faces, which are the chicks. and then we can see there are sub-adults, and there will be adults very soon, and they will be start mating. And what's so interesting is that they utilize the ground more compared to the trees. What they do is they prefer be on the ground, but they do perch, or they do utilize trees, especially when they sleep. The only ones that they sleep on the ground are these ones that they're incubating. But if they're not incubating, they will search for areas with taller trees, or they will go to the area where there's reeds, just right next to the river banks, where it's very complicated for these cats or predators to come in and catch them or kill them. It's beautiful. So it's happened on the 19th. This is Khaya Waterhole, just on the neighbor reserve on the eastern part. And then we have Tlou. This is happening at Tlou. I just jumped. Then after this video, come back to me. So you can see we have these impalas, and these ones, they look like males because the females don't really do this kind of behavior. And you can see there's this one on the side there's busy pronking or trotting. And you can see the size of the horns very different. The females have shorter, slender horns, and the males have thicker, longer horns. Both males and females have horns, and in impalas, the females only have horns. And most of the time, if you can notice the antelopes that they give birth in an open area, you'll find that the females they have horns like the oryx or the gemsboks. You'll find the wildebeest females have horns, and you find these ones called impalas, the kudus, the nyalas. They do give birth in an open area, but sometimes they like just to hide because those horns, if they stick out, they might be spoiled by predators. Yes, I just paused it before we go to the next video. You can see this place looks very different. During the day, you can see there's just houses there. You can see this vast, open, beautiful area. And thank you, Cookie. I'm doing great. Try your best. Because my screen is responding here, but I can see the clips there, but they're not responding. I can't see what's happening on the screen. But yes, beautiful. Springboks. That's our national antelope. Springboks. And the rugby. Hey, South African Springboks. Whoa. Beats you. Will beat you. So, Maddie, we're going to our next clip, which is Creator Cam. Let me go to Creator Cam. Okay, it's playing. That was Tlou. It's still loading. I have to use my fingers here. I don't want to. Creator Cam, yes. It's Creator Cam. Yes, and we have this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful creature here, which is called a plated lizard. It's called a giant plated lizard, and it's the second largest or biggest lizard in South Africa after the monitors. And you can see its genus name, actually its genus word. The first part is Mutobo. So Mutobo it's a place in the southern part of Zimbabwe where there's nice, beautiful. Man, I'm supposed to pause there. I'm supposed to pause. Yes, I did pause. Thank you. We're talking about the genus name of this giant plated lizard. So it's derived from a place in southern Zimbabwe, which is you find the Ndebele people there. So that's beautiful granite hills, because it means the bald head. And then the second part of its genus name, it's Latin, which is called Cernus. It's Cernus, which is called it's Latin word for a lizard. So this lizard is very, very, very interesting because what happens is they associate themselves with the dwarf mongoose, and then they will be going to their termite mounds, and they will be staying there, and then they will be cleaning their house or their castle. But in most cases, you'll find them in rocky clefts or rocky areas because that's where they strive most. Because what happens is when the predator comes to catch them, you see it will make itself it looks very bigger, making sure that it scares off a predator. And these ones are omnivores, and you can see them feeding on fruits, invertebrates, and all sorts of small insects. Yes, Prerna, it's a beautiful giant-plated lizard. Mary, come back to me, brother. So, and then I'm going to another video. Yes, it has to go to another video. Very beautiful video. Thing that happened in. It's happening in Rochetloof. Yes, Mary is on the screen. Happening in Rochetloof. We have these beautiful, beautiful birds. They're called the shell ducks. So you can see the one is having a white head and the one having a darker head. So the one having a darker head, it is a male, and the one having a white head, it is a female. And you find them in South Africa, and you find them up northeast. So they like to go there northeast just to molt, and they also breed in South Africa. And you'll be confused with the younger females. The younger females, they look similar to the males because they lack this white face. So these are such interesting birds to watch. And Mary, let me go to another video, bro. So this is Rochekloof. Then I'm playing. I'm going to another video. Yes, beautiful, very interesting because we featured this last week. So you can see there's this a gerbil-like creature. So this is not a gerbil. It's not a bush baby, but it really looks like a bush baby. So we saw this last week on our screen, and we seeing this beautiful creature again on our screen. It's right, critter cam. Just pause there. Yes, a little bit. Go. Just stop there. Yes. So you can see this. It's a woodland dormouse, and then it looks like a mouse, but you can see it lacks scaly tail. So its tail is bushy, or it's with thick fur. So that what makes them different. And their dental formation looks like squirrels, but it lacks premolars. And it feeds on all sorts of things. And what's so interesting about this small little creature? Come back. Come back. Let's go back. Yes, just there. Yes. Before you jump. Ah, I missed you. I missed you there. Okay, go there. Yes. So what makes it very interesting, because they don't really like the cold, harsh conditions. So this is one of the creatures that you find in South Africa. When it's very cold, they'd rather stay hidden. So they can hibernate up to 6 months, and then what they do is they will only come out when it's a little bit warmer, and not forage very far. So what they do, they forage to the places or areas where they know that they store their food. So what they do is they have this similar behavior of like squirrels, where they store their food in certain areas. But these ones are a little bit smarter, because they tend to remember where they have hidden their meal. And it's so interesting because sometimes you'll see them maybe hopping around in a small little group, because they're not really territorial, so they are home range, and then you'll see them having their 4 little kitties, their babies, because they can have up to 4 babies, and then you see them hopping with them around here when they are ready to leave the nest. It's so interesting to see this particular animal, which we hardly see, because sometimes, even if I say this, because it's very small, because sometimes when the way it hops, I might think it is a bush baby. When I'm in a car driving, looking about, I might think it is. But yes, Mary, let's go to another clip. Let me go to another clip. Yes, this is a very interesting clip. Mary, pause there. So this is a very interesting clip. So what's happening here? We have a troop of Chagma baboons, and then we also have what's that? Is that a nyala? A few nyalas around here, and you'll see what's happening here. So I chose this specific clip to show you because it's a very interesting clip. So let me just continue, and you'll see what's happening here. You can see that male is mounting the female, and it's a very young male, that one, and he's chasing the youngster because that's some adult stuff. So what's really interesting here is that you can see that male that's mounting the female, it's quite smaller. So what they do is, during the time where these females are ready to mate, the dominant male will be the one who's supposed to be mating with these females. But what happens if these less dominant males, they will mate with or mount with these other females when the male, dominant male, is a little bit far away from them. And it's so interesting that these females, they prefer these dominant males because they are much bigger and much stronger, and their gene pool, it's they believe that it's much stronger compared to these younger males. Mary, let's go to another video, brother, which is, I think, the very same area. Oh yes, yeah. First school of life, Janine, he's very fast, because what happens is they have to be as fast as possible, because if the dominant male sees that, then that one little guy is in trouble. And so you can see the time is against me. So this will be our last video. And there was a baboon that looked like it had a shorter tail here. I just had a stump, but I think it's not this video, because there was one baboon with like a short tail. Oh, it's there. That one next to a tree there. That dead plant is a shorter tail. I don't know what happened to that. Maybe it was due to fighting, or due to some predators trying to grab it, and it survived. So you'll see what is happening again. So that big male is also not here, and so that's why these younger males or smaller males, they get to rule themselves around these females. And I don't know why they're doing that next to the kids. Matthew Key, come back to me, brother. Yes. No, leopards on the camera, bro. It means I think, maybe, because why we're not having a leopard, it's because, when the females having cubs, what they do, they don't like staying in one place for a very long time. So what happens is they change their nomadic or their territorial movements when they have the cubs. So that female or that mother leopard saw some interesting space around here for a couple of days, and then she just left. Yes, many beautiful people, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for staying with me until this time of the show. I really appreciate that. And we tried new stuff today. Hopefully more things will be coming to the show, and I really appreciate VM and the idea. This was beautiful. So what's going to happen is that our next coming episode, the 20th episode, will be talking about more stuff, more creepy crawlies. So I'll be checking for all these animals that they've left us in this world, that are dead in this area, and get to see all these different insects, different small little things, so we can check some small little details. Yeah, I believe that we really enjoyed the show, and I enjoyed the show very much. Thank you so much, Mary, um, for a time in my ear, brother. And thanks so much for questions and your comments. And I really appreciate it. Khaya loves you all. And the Painted Dog Pack say thank you for supporting us, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. South African Standard Time. If you bought your ticket, we're going for a drive. Who's in? Who's supposed to buy? Please buy or get your tickets. And yeah, thank you for a fascinating live drive. Khaya loves you all. I will see you tomorrow and next week on Live Bush Camps Chat with me.